Hey, good morning, folks. Welcome back to the garage. Yeah, it's been a really long time, but we're making progress. We got the body pulled off the chassis here. Did that last night. Got all the shaping, not the shaping, but all of the major fiberglass repairs done. I've got basically everything roughed in, door gaps, things like that, doors where I want them, build up where I need it, all that good stuff. Let me show you what I'm getting into today.
All right, taking a little bit of time here. Kind of got the setup back out, table, fiberglass resin, hardener, or catalyst rather. Just all the miscellaneous stuff that every time you do fiberglass work comes out. Little scale, all that good stuff. Today I am working on those small little covers for my roll cage mounts. Let me turn this on. So if you remember, drilled some holes, fit these covers, and then I needed to reuse these pieces that I cut out of the tub so that I could kind of close everything off, right? So I'm just creating a flange in order to fasten. I haven't figured out how I'm gonna fasten it yet. I really don't want to use fasteners per se. I would really love this to fit good enough to where I could use like a Velcro or a double-sided tape or some sort of, maybe even a seam seal. I could use that with the little bit of adhesion that it has, and then if I need to remove it, it should be relatively easy. So, as you can see, I used some paint sticks to keep some sort of edge, kind of fit them to the tub, and most of that will all get trimmed off. And I'm using, again, this is a little heavier metal tape versus this. This is a little bit lighter. But see how these fit here in a minute. Next up, gap in doors. And I gotta fix this door. When I dismantled these mirrors, if you can see in there, that is what's left of like one of those butterfly bolts. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. I'm not even sure. I'm gonna pull the doors as soon as I get these things gapped. So if you remember, I had that butterfly nut in here, okay, which was just some kind of DIY remedy. The rivets were gone. I don't know if there was a repair. It didn't make any sense because this looks solid and I didn't see any remnants of rivets when I did the repair, right? So I did a little fiberglass repair, nothing crazy, right? Just kind of filling. I went ahead because this is the only way. So if you look, the metal structure of the door frame, this is all enclosed, okay? So I literally had to cut and fold this up. And then I've got a piece of metal in here that it's a piece of 1/8 inch. Nothing light on this car anymore. Anyways, drilled and tapped some holes, and that was the repair for that. Another thing with filling these door jambs, so you can see they're still pretty big, but I went in here and I tried to build all this up the best I could without, compromising too much. So that it looks bigger on camera and the body's not sitting, right? It's on the lift. So this will close up and then it's good enough to where I can fill it, right? So same in here, readjusted the doors. We're ready to go. As far as gaps are concerned, we just need to get the car back on the chassis to where I can body it in the correct place. All right, that's pretty much it. We gotta keep going. All right, hopefully you guys can see what's going on here. So yeah, I literally put the camera down. This is setting up pretty quick. So let's see if we can't pull some tape off here. Like heavy. All right, that's it. Set it on there, trim it up, just like that. That's what it's gonna sound like. Anyways. All right, so we're finally fitting these things, and they didn't fit where the shed. Go figure, I just kind of freehanded this little mold. Let me turn this around and show you what I had to do. So essentially, I just start trimming, trim, and then I cut out what's blocking me off from it sitting flush. And as you can see, that was quite a bit in that corner, and I'm just holding that little piece down there. I'm gonna overlay pretty much that whole thing. and then build up around it on this real complex corner. And then I know that's high, but it's actually flush. Same on this one. You can see I'm gonna relay all that up. And then from underneath, basically, I'm gonna create a couple of tabs here, right? So I'm gonna, oh my God, where that sanded part is, I'm gonna put a little flange there up top so I can kind of like, I think I wanna do that. I'm still contemplating because the actual, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I think I might bail on that idea because it might be hell getting it in with the roll cage mounts in, so.
All right, so this might be one of the last few times I pull this body off the chassis, if I have anything to say about it. But I got everything, all these small panels back in place. We're gonna start everywhere where you see a circle or an X, I'm patching all of those holes in our fender wells, okay? All, like a ton of these are getting filled.
So this is the cutout in the firewall, right? Right there. And there's a big pan that Vintage Air sends you if you don't want to do the block off, like if it's just, you know, an update. But I'm doing so much work to this thing, I just couldn't bear to not do this. So template, pattern, I'm filling, I'll put this on the backside inside the car, tape it all up, cover this with metal tape, and then I will inlay these patterns inside the opening so I fill that gap, probably like an 1/8 inch. And then I'll cut this one wide and maybe do a couple layers. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it. But anyways, that, and then the blower motor templates. So that's where I'm at. Let's see, I'm trying to get all this prepped so I can start fiberglassing all at once. See what kind of progress we make. All right. So prep's the longest part of all of this, I think. I mean, it takes some time to cut and body and all that, of course, but that's not really what I'm talking about. To fiberglass all of this, the prep is just backing. For me, it's backing every hole that I am no longer using. Okay, we got the long hood, so we don't need a wiper door motor. We're not using the same harness or routing, so we're not using any of that stuff. And if we do, like, I will cut new holes and then I can pick and choose. So, but just foiled everything, taped it on the back of the firewall, or inside rather, so you can kind of see. It's not super clean or anything, but you're just making sure that all your fiberglass isn't going to stick to whatever it is you're covering. So anyways, pretty straightforward. I'm gonna go grab some lunch before I get going. All right, it's the afternoon, Saturday, actually Sunday, and I'm done laying everything out. So I apologize for not getting action footage. I just had to dig in and get this done. So let me turn around and kind of talk to you exactly what's going on. All right, so turned out pretty good. There's about 4 or 5 pieces of fiberglass in that opening, and then there's 2 overlays that basically go over the entire section. I built this up. That plate is actually from my drive-by wire pedal and has studs welded to it. That thing's glued and all that fun stuff. But all of these openings, I had tape on the back. You can see how clean that looks in here, you know, relatively speaking. This is the inside. Little air. If I had the time or have the time, I'll probably go over that. But here is the part that was fiberglassed over. It's, you know, came off pretty simple, like super easy. This one was hard to get to, so I chiseled that away, right? So more of these, I guess. So I'll basically cut all that down and fill in highs and lows, and just came back in here and added a little bit, get a little bit better, tighter fit. So we'll be done with that. Came in here and got all these little, sorry about that. So put those little fins, I don't know, little tabs. We'll see if I keep them. But anyways, I went through the whole car and I patched every screw hole. Sorry. I patched every screw hole, every old opening, everything. So I am essentially ready to prep, spray. I don't know. I'll do a video, I think, on the process and kind of explain what I plan on doing for anybody who cares that's doing this, getting ready to paint the car. It's just my process, but I'll share that with you in maybe the next video. It's pretty simple, probably be 4 or 5, 10-minute video. Anyways, that's it for today. I'm gonna keep plugging away, and I'm planning on getting this thing done by spring, hopefully.
Okay.
All right.